Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to give an update. It's December 9, 2025, and I'm still making about 2 to 3 offers a day. It's I'm getting a lot more consistent. I will say that. I'm actually making offers every single day, and I have enough leads coming in and enough people to talk to, and I have a I have a really good sales process that I'm taking sellers down from top to bottom, and I'm allowing I can get through the whole process. So it's like, I want to say it's going good on that end. I have enough leads. I can take people down the sales process. I can get people's problems. I can get, their future scenario, like what they're trying to run away from in the house, and what their future state looks like, and what the emotions behind that, behind both those states, the problems and how it's impacting them, and the future, and what's it gonna feel like when they're actually at that final or that next chapter of their life. So I can get through all of that, and it seems like now I'm working on how to get the seller's bottom dollar needs out of the property. I'm trying to get there's some scenarios where I can get the sellers to tell me what they need and where that money's gonna go to whenever they sell the house. Like, sometimes, I'm trying to get this much out of the house so I can put down whatever, this and that. And most of the time, sellers are gonna want as much as they can for the property, but we obviously need to get it at a steeper discount than most sellers would actually take. So I guess that's what I'm working on, realistically. And if it sounds like if I could get better at solving those, getting those problems and their future state, and being able to tie a low dollar amount to their goals and what they're running away from, then I would be able to close more deals, or at least be able to get people under contract faster and more times. And by more, I mean actually close somebody, and which happened last month, but I didn't. So I got someone to sign that didn't close because the foundation ended up coming up. I think I talked about it last video. A foundation issue just popped up, and the seller didn't want to renegotiate. And now I actually spoke to him, and he's like, "Oh, just come look at it. It hasn't changed. You already took pictures. You already got a quote. Are you gonna buy it or not? Why do you need me to sign another?" And I'm like, dude, that's another thing. Anyways, what I was saying, if I can get everything, their problems, future state, and get that tied down with a low dollar amount, and be able to solve that problem with the low dollar amount, I'd be able to close more deals. And I feel like that's my biggest problem right now, as well as, you know, it just, for some people, especially when and I don't know, you know, I've been getting cold call leads, but especially now, like it, or what was I gonna say? Fuck. I was gonna say, especially with like cold call leads, you know, people are just fishing for a number, or they're not really interested in actually selling the house. But even then, like, I get their problems out in their future state and what they want, but it just doesn't tie in with, oh yeah, no, like, you know, yeah, I'm dealing with this, but, you know, I wouldn't take less than that, or less than this number, or, you know, whatever, man. But so I've been just, you know, after like 30, 40, 50 minutes of conversations, I get to the offer, and then I try to negotiate from there. And I never live negotiate. I always put them on hold to be able to regroup and, you know, say the number, you know, and keep coming up a little bit. But even if I come up a little bit, like, we're just like way off, and I don't know how to get people to accept that lower number. And at the same time, I'm having another problem where I'm like, well, if I have to make this many offers a month, and I'm only getting, like, statistically, I should only be getting about 1 or 2 contracts signed a month. Like, in my head, I'm just like, okay, well, at some point, I'm just gonna have to let it go and go on to the next lead, you know? And then, like, you know, if I'm getting like 40, 50 offers out a month, which I'm on pace to do this month, it's gonna be my first month where I'm actually hitting those, like, okay numbers of offers, if I actually do come through with you know, all those offers. But at some point, I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna let it go, right? Because, you know, I have to move on to the next lead, or, you know, the price doesn't work or whatever. So, like, I'm just wondering how, like, you know, when I'm able to tell when to let it go and when to keep renegotiating, or, like, because if we're like, maybe, like, I don't know, $20,000 apart, maybe I can talk them down to, you know, taking, you know, that number. But most of the time, like, sellers are just starting, like, super high, and I'm starting super low. And after I renegotiate one time, I go back and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore, you know? So it's like, well, yeah, I mean, there's just so many times I can go back and just keep going back and forth and renegotiating. And I try to keep them on the phone, and I do a good job after like 1 or 2 times. I'd say maybe leaning more towards 1, where I have to, well, hold on, let me go back and see what I can do. And then, just call me back. No, well, just stay on the line. And they're like, okay. And if I do that another time, they're going to be like, I don't know. Usually they're just like, never mind, it's not going to work. So I just move on. But, you know, it's like, it feels like most of those times, like, I'm like, that's what's happening. So, like, I don't know how to bridge the gap there. At the same time, you have to put many offers out there, and you're only going to get 1 or 2 contracts a month. So it's like, I'm having this internal battle of what the hell I'm supposed to do. But yeah, that's what I've been going through, man. At least right now. And with it being December, it's not really helping out. But I feel like that would just be like a BS excuse. But it is kind of true where it's December. A lot of people just don't want to sell right now because it's cold and whatever the fuck. But and excuse my language, but I'm just, oh man, I'm a little frustrated that, you know, I've been at this for a while, and man, it's tough, man. It is not for the faint of heart, and you know, it really has helped me. I will say this, it's helped me that I've been tracking my KPIs now. So before, it felt like I was doing a lot more than I was actually doing. So like I felt like I was doing so much before, and now that I'm tracking, now that I'm using I'm using like Resimpli now, and I'm like, it allows me to like actually see what I'm doing and how much work I'm actually doing instead of just kind of ballparking it in my head. And previously I was just tracking, you know, oh, I made this many offers a day, so I'm kind of on track. But I mean, like right now I'm just like, oh, I wasn't doing as much work as I was thinking I was doing. So that's helped a lot, at least. But with the kind of funds that I have right now, it's kind of like I'm not gonna make it another month, man. I'm probably not. I probably have like one more tank, like one more month in me of like actually putting in the work and maybe getting something under contract that can actually close. But after that, I'm gonna have to go back and get a job, I think, because I'm literally gonna go to zero, and I have debt. I have a credit card, and that's piling up. So, and I'm responsible for, you know, a couple of other bills. So it's like, it's just, and I'm grateful that I don't have to, you know, pay like super big bills. Like I have to only do like, you know, my phone and the internet, and you know, I'm paying for my leads and, you know, all the business expenses, which is most of what my money has been going to so far. But like I said, I'm running out, and I probably have one more good month at a shot of doing this, and then it's gonna suck because it's like I don't want to slow down now that I'm picking up my pace. I don't want to slow down, and if I get a job, I'm gonna have to slow down, not because I want to, but it's because I'm gonna be doing something else. So that's gonna suck if I don't make something work. Which, you know, it's my fault at the end of the day, because I don't know, I feel like I could have done so much better this year. I feel like you can always do so much better, but I mean, you don't know what you don't know, and you go through the business struggle and stuff like that. But oh man, it's if I had the knowledge that I have now in January, then I'd be a lot better off, but I'd have more money to do stuff. But you know, obviously time exists, and at this time I don't have a lot of money now, but I have more of the knowledge of what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to be doing, and how to do it, meaning the sales process and how to underwrite better, and how to track my KPIs to go ahead and actually get results. Like that's Like I know how to tie everything together now, even though I don't have a deal under contract right now, or I haven't closed one. Like I had one signed last month, but it's just, if I had a little bit more funds, I could really take off next year, or even next month, or the next 2 months. I really feel like I could, but I digress. Anyways, that was like a little update. Hopefully I can get something under contract soon. I'll be going live. I wanna do every day. I think I went live today for a little bit, or I'm not sure, but I've been trying to record more of these videos, and trying to go live as well, and just I'm trying to do outputs, man. That's just where I feel like I could get maybe some more tangible results as well. But yeah, man, if you want to see more of what's going on here, I guess you could subscribe. But yeah, I'll keep this channel posted as to what's going on. But hopefully this month I do get a contract. I'm on pace to make 50 offers a day. I'm at 17 offers at this time, and I should be able to get at least one contract this month. But I'll keep it posted. I'll just leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.